At the birthday party, 8-year-old Ivan, in front of the maid, grabbed a pot of freshly brewed coffee and threw it on me, just because I wore Amelia's old dress by mistake. He watched me tremble from the burns, his cold eyes full of disgust, just like his father's. "How dare you wear my mother's clothes?" he sneered. "You'll never replace her. You killed her with your evil heart." The scalding liquid not only burned my skin, it soaked through my heart, a pain far more intense than the one on my body. "I'm ready to accept your condition and return to become the heiress," I said into the phone before hanging up. I sighed as I entered the shower. The dress belonged to my stepsister, Amelia, Ivan's late mother, who died when giving birth to him. 8 years ago, I was supposed to marry Michel Rousseau. He was my childhood sweetheart, and we were in love, or at least I believed we were, until the worst happened. He married my stepsister, and the next thing she's pregnant and living the life I was supposed to live. But Amelia died, and I was labeled bad luck and accused of killing her because I was jealous of her. As the only sister of Amelia and the intended bride of Michel, I was sent to the house to take care of Ivan. My stepmother told me to take care of him like he's my son, and for 8 years I did that. I cared and loved Ivan like my son. I cared for Michel too, but I realized I was dumb, and Michel never loved me. All these years he and Ivan treated me like trash, and made me know that my place in the house is just as a mere concubine. Ivan never respected me, and always found ways to hurt me. I already decided that today being Ivan's 8th birthday, I would leave. If Ivan had thrown a tantrum and spilled hot coffee on me 3 years ago, I would have begged him and tried to pacify him, but I'm done. Funny thing is, this dress was never Amelia's favorite. She never wore this dress, and this was my dress that my late mother gifted me, but Amelia stole it from me, just like how she steals everything. The party is starting. "Where are you, Rachel?" Michael's voice sounded outside the bedroom, pulling me out of my thoughts. I cleaned up myself and stepped out of the bathroom just as he entered inside. He sighed when he saw my stained dress. I heard what Ivan did. "Don't think about it too much. He's just a kid and he loves you," Michael said. I pulled away. "I have something to tell you." Michael frowned. "Can't it wait? Ivan's birthday has started." "No, it can't. Today is the 8th year. I want to leave." "What nonsense are you saying?" Michael thundered. I watched as his face tightened in anger, and the atmosphere became tense, but it didn't stop me from repeating myself. "It's the 8th year, Michael. I want to leave," I stated firmly. Michael scowled at me. "What is your problem? Why are you making a fuss? I've already told you Ivan is just a child. Don't take what he did to heart. Today is his birthday. Come along. I'll punish him later." Michael grabbed my hand and tugged me outside, but I yanked my hand away from him. "You said that when he's 8 years old I can leave. So why am I making a fuss?" I queried. Years ago, I would have blushed at his efforts, but I knew now that it was only a pathetic attempt to get me to stay. "Come, let's go to the party," Michael said to me. I kept quiet and let him drag me to the party that had already started. Ivan and his friends were already having fun, but his face turned sour when he saw me. "Look, Ivan, your mother is here," they said to him. Ivan scoffed. "She's not my mother." I was standing close to him, while Michael sighed and grabbed Ivan. "We don't say things like that, Ivan. Rachel is your mother, and she's been taking good care of you," Michael stated. Ivan's face wrinkled in anger. "No, she can never be my mother. Everyone, this woman killed my mother. Apologize to her now," Michael said to Ivan. I stopped him. "It's all right, it doesn't matter." I walked out of the party with a calm expression on my face. In the past I would have been so hurt by Ivan's words, but I've gotten used to the fact that no matter what I do, Michael's heart will always belong to Amelia, and Ivan will always accuse me of taking his mother's place. "Why would you create a scene today?" I heard the sharp voice of my stepmother as she stepped into my view. "What do you want, Sarah? I've played my part for 8 years. I'm done," I said. "You should take care of Ivan like your son. Put up with all his excesses and take care of him. If my daughter was alive, he would be treated much better," she snapped. I shrugged, already tired by today's issues. "Pity, your daughter is dead." Sarah raised her hand to hit me, but I held her wrist. "Don't try it, Sarah. I'm not in the best mood right now. 8 years ago, you bullied me to come here and take care of them. The contract has expired. Ivan is 8 years, and I have every right to leave." Sarah yanked her hand away as she glared at me, rubbing her sore wrist. "Do what you want, Rachel. This is the reason why no one would ever love you. Not even your father wants to see you," she hissed and left. A sad smile crossed my lips. It's been 8 years since I last saw my father. Ever since his favorite daughter died and he sent me away, he hasn't cared to visit. "I'm sorry, I got you a gift," a quiet voice said behind me. I turned to see Ivan standing before me with an innocent smile. He was holding a wrapped gift box. I smiled. "Oh, you shouldn't have." Ivan giggled. "I was happy to. Please, have a look." I took the box and opened it as a foul stench reached my nose. Inside the box was the lifeless body of my cat, killed with an arrow. "That will be you soon if you don't leave me and my father alone," Ivan giggled. I was mortified, staring at my only pet that I had been allowed to bring to the mansion. "Same way I have taken care of Ivan. Don't mess with me, and don't get my father upset with me," Ivan snapped. I watched as he stomped off while I stared at the arrow in my cat's body. Fate is indeed mocking me, because I was the one who taught Ivan how to shoot arrows. I taught Ivan everything he knows, and now he's using it against me. I cradled the box as I stared at Fei, my best friend, and a single tear slipped from my eyes. "Why are you out in the cold, Rachel? Don't get sick on me." Michael's voice came through the door, his face twisted in slight disgust when he saw the dead cat in the box. "Come now, let's go inside. I'll have a talk with him in the morning, and you can bury the cat tomorrow. I'm sure he was just messing around and it was a silly prank," Michael said. I shrugged away from him as I carried the cat and headed into the garden. I wasn't going to let my cat stay out all night for some animal to poke at him. Michael followed me, complaining about how I was being stubborn, but he stayed with me while I buried Fei. When I was done, I went inside. The party was over, and the guests had all gone home. It was already late and windy. I sneezed, just as Michael held me. We got to my room, and he sat me down on his laps. I cringed inwardly. What do you want? I snapped. Michael sighed. What's wrong, Rachel? I'll get you a new cat. I want to leave, Michael. Tomorrow, I stated. Michael tensed. Ivan is a child. I don't trust anyone to take care of him except you. Besides, where do you want to go? It's not like you have anyone else. I shrugged. I'll worry about that. I have no place here. You have refused to marry me after 8 years. Michael sighed. I already told you, Rachel. I can't take another wife now. I'm not asking you to. In fact, I don't want to marry you. I just want to leave. Okay, why don't you have a child for me? That way I can secure your future, and that of your child. If you have a child for me, no one would dare say a bad word against you, and then Ivan will have a little sibling. I smiled sadly. I had reduced myself to nothing and discarded my pride, and yet 8 years still, he wants me to have an illegitimate child for him. All this just to protect Yvonne and keep me in the same house as him. That night, I didn't sleep a wink. I packed my luggage, and I kept seeing the face of Fei Fei. Morning came sooner than expected, and after a quick shower, I dragged my suitcases outside. It was finally happening. I was leaving, but of course, I wasn't going to leave in peace. A slow clap echoed through the courtyard, followed by a familiar, mocking voice. Well, 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 Susan drawled, leaning against the pillar with a smirk. Have you finally come to your senses? I sighed. Susan was Michael's mistress and Ivan's favorite. I ignored her and kept walking, but she stepped into my path, tilting her head in amusement. 8 years, Rachel, she continued, crossing her arms. 8 years of playing house, of waiting for a man who never wanted you. And now, after all that time, you're finally leaving. She chuckled. Took you long enough to realize that Michael and Ivan will never love you. You've been nothing but a worthless concubine. I met her gaze, my expression unreadable. Enjoy it then, I said simply. Do whatever you want. None of this concerns me anymore. Her smirk widened. Oh, I will. Don't worry, she whispered. Soon I'll move in and take your place. Before I could respond, the front doors swung open. Michael stepped out, followed closely by Ivan, and in an instant, Susan's entire demeanor changed. She gasped dramatically and dropped to her knees, clutching the hem of my dress as if her life depended on it. Rachel, please, she sobbed, her voice thick with desperation. Please don't go. Ivan needs you. You've been taking care of him all these years. How could you just leave him like this? I stared down at her blankly. Ivan loves you. He really does, she continued, her voice cracking. He's just a child. Please don't leave him. I'm so sorry for everything. Just please, Rachel. Michael let out a harsh sigh, his patience clearly worn thin. Enough of this nonsense, he snapped. Stop creating a scene and go back inside. His eyes were cold, as they always were. I'll get you another cat if you want. Stop making Susan stress herself. I clenched my fists, but before I could say anything, Ivan ran toward Susan, throwing his arms around her. Stand up, Susan, he said softly, his small hands wiping away her fake tears. Then, his eyes met mine, burning with hatred. You killed my mother with your wicked heart, he spat, his voice filled with disgust. And now you're trying to hurt Susan too. Ivan turned back to Susan, his face softening. Don't cry, Susan. Don't worry. Let Rachel go. I don't want her in my life. I don't need her. He lifted his chin, his next words cutting deeper than any wound. I want you to stay. You should be my mother. You should marry my father. He turned back to me, his eyes filled with nothing but scorn. You're a wicked woman with a bad heart. That's why my father could never love you. A slow, cruel smile tugged at his lips. I'm happy you're leaving. I swallowed the lump in my throat and took one last look at the boy I had raised, the boy I had loved like my own. After 8 years, if this is what you think of me, then there really is no point in me staying, I said with a sigh. Without another word, I turned and walked away. Just as I was dragging my suitcase towards the gate, Ivan pulled the crossbow and shot at my head.